some, the gentleman we have as an IG cannot make any decision.
Nataka tumwambie ule mtu wa sinema mingi anaitwa nani ule mtu? Ule sijui anaitwa DCI, ule anaitwa nini? Ule mtu anaitwa Kinoti. Awache ujinga. Huyo bwana Kiboti awache ujinga. Sio kama tunaelewana. Huyo Kinoti hakuna kitu amefanya kwa hii Kenya ya kisiasa. Yeye ni mtu ya sinema. Anaendesha makesi kwa magazeti. Anatuandikia barua, sijui barua ya kilomita ngapi. Mr. Kinoti, please save your time. Stop writing to us long letters. Leave matters of elections to IEBC. You have no investigation. He has never done anything. Ile kesi yote anafanya kesi kwa magazeti. Akiambiwa apeleke evidence kule kotini ameshindwa. So, Bwana Kinoti, wacha sinema. You have failed and wait.
Honorable members, that was President William Ruto as Deputy President, criticizing IG Mutiabai, DCI Kinoti. Regarding Gachagua has learned his job from his boss, that public officers must be called to order when they fell short of expectation. And I am here for impeachment. For is accountable to the people of Kenya for his performance. Mr. Speaker, conniving with cartels in the tea sector to block KTDA from implementing guaranteed minimum return, Mr. Speaker, I am here to see a shred of evidence to that effect, and I have nothing to say. I have seen an allegation that we have not been able to do coffee reforms. Mr. Speaker, out of my work, coordinating coffee reforms, the Cooperative Bill 2023 and the Coffee Bill 2023 is before this House. I request this House, after these impeachment proceedings, to embark on those two bills so that the coffee farmers can realize the full benefit of the coffee reforms that we have initiated. There is another allegation. I have taken control of a local cooperative society in Madeira constituency. I don't know the name of that constituency, of that cooperative. It is false. I am here to see any evidence. I have nothing to say because there is nothing to be said. On the issue of shareholding, which I think members are interested in listening to, I listened to you this morning, and it was quite emotive. The Political Parties Act. The constituent parties of the Kenya Kwanza Coalition entered into various agreements, which were deposited with the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Speaker of the Senate for purposes of Article 108 of the Constitution of Kenya. The following were members: UDA, ANC, Ford Kenya, PA, Farmers Party, Chama cha Kazi, Communist Party, Economic Freedom Party, Service Party, Tujibebe wa Kenya Party, Umoja na Maendeleo Party of Kenya, and the Democratic Party of Kenya. In accordance with the provision of Clause 3, Schedule 3, a power sharing agreement and development agenda for the certain regions of Kenya, I attach copies of these agreements, RG32. All those agreements talked about would guarantee the stature, the dignity, and financial and operational autonomy of the office of the Deputy President, which I have been insisting on because it's part of the coalition agreement. The ANC would be allocated the position of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, which has happened. Ford Kenya would be allocated the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly. That is why Honorable Masika Wetangula sits here today. In accordance with Article 2 of the Power Sharing Agreement, ANC at Ford Kenya would have a 30% share is a word, of the national government positions. This drives my utterances about shareholding. It is embedded in all these agreements that are attached here for you to read. I heard this morning an honorable member saying that the Deputy President said the people of Ukambani will not get resources because they did not vote for Kenya Kwanza government. That is not true. The Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya does not allocate resources. Resources for the development of the Republic of Kenya are appropriated by the National Assembly of Kenya, where the Deputy President will help the President to oversee the implementation of funds allocated and appropriated by the National Assembly. It is therefore not possible that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya has the capacity to deny any part of Kenya of the way they voted. The decisions on how resources will be allocated for the development of the Republic of Kenya are made here by the honorable members. If your area has no development, please don't impeach the Deputy President of not giving you resources. You are in this house to make sure that your area where you come from is allocated appropriate resources, because that the agreements are attached, therefore I don't want to go into them. Let me say my speeches on the shareholder issue were informed by the foresaid power sharing law having been deposited with the Registrar of Political Parties, and lessons learned from the well-known disputed 202 NAC power sharing agreement. Further, sharing agreements are a feature of government formation in all democracies in the world that provide for the formation. My pronouncements on the issue, properly understood, are not only anchored in law, but entirely harmless and incapable of being construed as a basis for ethnic animosity, a danger to national cohesion, or a threat to national unity. On the contrary, coalition building has been since the disputed 2000 to serve political preferences during the election or ethnic origin. I now produce the following video showing some.
Unatakiwa uweke wengi wale walikuamini na wale walielewa manifesto yako. Mimi nimetembea Kenya. Mnasema nilikuwa Mombasa, hii hapana mlima. Mimi nilikuwa Wajia, hii hapana mlima. Nilikuwa Garissa, hii hapana mlima. Nilikuwa Mount Elgon. Nandi nimekuja karibu mara 10. Eldoret nimekuja karibu mara 6. Kericho nimekuja mara 4. Tea conference ya chai tulikuwa na nyinyi, niliweka Kericho. For now, kazi yetu ni maendeleo. Tutafanya kazi na kiongozi wowote, akuwe wa chama ile, akuwe wa chama hii, we don't care. This is the time to serve the people of Kenya, and we shall work with all elected leaders, irrespective of their political affiliation.
Mr. Speaker, copies of documents demonstrating my efforts within the mandate allocated to me by the President to address security issues and economic equalization programs and policy in historically marginalized areas is Annex RG33. The decision to embrace the broad-based government following the dissolution of cabinet after the Gen Z protest. I attached my video during the launch of the Honorable Raila Odinga's quest for EU chairmanship at State House, again as a demonstration of government.
Heads of delegations, members of parliament, and all dignitaries present, good morning. Your Excellency, let me say this is and the representatives that as a country, as we present the Honorable Raila Odinga to be our candidate, it is because Africa, our motherland, deserves the best. The passion and zeal of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga in Pan-Africanism is well documented. Passion knows no age, knows no limit. In the person of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, he'll join the ranks of Jomo Kenyatta and Kwame Nkrumah. I therefore want to say, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable is a man of great resilience, endurance, and perseverance. Today, you are going to unveil the transformation of the Right Honorable Odinga from a national leader to an African statesman. And for us in leadership, we have learned great lessons of resilience, endurance, and perseverance. Somebody may ask, why is Rigathi Gachagua, who has before had issues with the leadership of Raila Odinga, as a truthful man, I have nothing against him. It's only that we are competing for the same position between him and my boss. Now that he is going for a bigger seat in Africa, all of us, from the president, I, and the rest of Kenya, are behind him. And the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, as a man who listens to the ground, let me confirm to you, I've listened to the ground, and all Kenyans across the political divide, across communities, are in support of your candidature. We celebrated at Addis next year, and if you invite President William Ruto to come and he's not able to come, Mr. President, I'll be very happy for you to say